lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were...
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Yep. Check, nickel. Set hot. Check. 49.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
You better bring. Wild, 64, weak. Check three. Twist. Ready.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready, set, go.
Back to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Check.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he He's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Joe Mixon. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And that one results in 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Ready. 18 David. And let's get this. Check 9. Hey, go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Here's Wilson to throw. For Marshall, that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Chandler, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now they run with Mixon. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll give it to Mixon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
14.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Butker able to put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
They'll run here with Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Grant. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This will be a 37-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Again, they were targeting Marshall there, but now it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Wilson. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Big stop, let's go.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Begin. Check, go. Check, hot. Ready.
Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
Hey, 0. My 40.
On 1st down, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Nixon will try the right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off down near the 5. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Okay, ready? Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw. Charlie.
2nd and 11. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run here with Mixon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And the kick by Butker is good. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
14, run it. Go. Motion, check. Shift. Good.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Wilson. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think I'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and change your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Alert, 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 alert.
Now Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Second and 8 at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll lead. Even with 2 remaining, we'll be back after this.
I know you felt that one. Come on,
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll drop the throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. right after a turnover. You count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They will run with Graham. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
That's to his running back, complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike, go! 50, smoke! Army.
2nd and 10. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's McKinney. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Able to shake him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Play action, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Miles Jack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. They'll run with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Lindsey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Sanders' kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
What?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Grant. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and